Hey there everyone, I'm Luke and today we're diving down the tube of tunes to check out episode 2 of your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Yeah, I really liked that first episode. That was like fantastic. Alright, let's watch episode 2. But before we get started, please can you hit that like button? It really helps out the channel and lets the videos get seen by so many more people. Alright, let's get started. I do think this was a really strong opening episode. I like this animation intro. I like the Oscorp building, that's really cool. This looks very Spider-Way. It looks like Ronnie and Pearl are going to be like in the main cast. Oh, so we get a new like cover each episode. That's really cool. I love that. I really love that. I've wanted a TV show to do that for a while, so I'm glad they're doing it.
You know how I am with names.
Sorry about that, Mr. Osborn.
Wait, I should ask, does this internship happen to be paid?
I take good care of my people, Peter.
Oh.
Details can be ironed out when you...
My question is, what's his angle? Well, we know what Tony Stark's angle was.
Oh, wow.
I like the wedding better there than the last one. We've got a good soundtrack for this show. The web singing looks so You do not have time to watch the King of Pizza Poker.
He bridges that guy without doing some shady stuff along the way.
I like Nico.
You don't know
Ground bunker filled with gold and plutonium.
Look, even if you're right,
Goblin
cutting
bombs.
him down is...
Yeah, she even lets you stay home by yourself now. That's rad.
I love it.
Do we have time for a redo?
It's about to get caught in the elevator door, though.
Move. Peter, move. Okay, so is this where we meet Amadeus? Joe?
From Wakanda. That's Amadeus, who is from the...
Then ask it with your mouth.
Oh, okay, right.
Ooh. Don't listen to him, Peter. You call it sick.
Energy research.
That's
Wow,
cool.
that sounds really cool.
I'm exactly like that. But except not like that because he patented that.
Oh, this is gonna be awesome.
It's interesting though that that's what they want him for. I'm scared she's going to become the lizard, but I do like her.
Can prepare a research for Dr. Whitman.
I like that his phone smashed. Reminds me of Homecoming.
I don't want to go to this party.
How late do they work on this internship?
Really like fire? Love watching it, burn. I left something in the bathroom, which I have to go use as well, so...
You need to get better about these excuses, Peter. Parker out. I like that. I don't know any flame villains from Marvel. There must be other dogs or other like animals in this pet shop.
You were almost a hot dog. What? Good, Spider Dog.
Oh, Spider Dog.
Or not?
Oh! Poor fishes! Oh no. You knocked him out.
Well, what do we have here?
What is that? Was that the Oscar book?
Where is he, Connors?
Tell him I'm busy, you worthless walkie-talkie jockey!
Not you. I meant him.
Oh!
He was right. Peter's day is not going well, is it? I hated house parties. Ooh, busy and frugal. All the years, like we know Mom wanted to see him. It's Cap!
So,
He knows.
you're Spider-Man.
You're in front of a camera. What were you thinking, Peter? So that was episode 2 of your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. That was really good. I think that definitely gives us a better idea of what like a more typical episode of the show was. Episode 1 was very much like, okay, we need to like establish the whole origin. And so, you know, the first episode of a serialized show is always going to be a little bit more atypical. Obviously, episode 2 was still setting up some stuff, but I do think we got the standard, like, this is the villain of the week, Fire Guy. I still don't know who he is called. I kept wanting to call him Heatwave, but that's DC. I don't know who that was. But yeah, I really liked it. The episode's called The Parker Look. That's always a great episode. And yeah, this definitely was a good representation of the old Parker look. Nothing went well for Peter. Even when he was getting like this like amazing internship, everything was going wrong. We've been introduced to what I guess is like the second half of his supporting cast. You know, we've got the Oscorp internship. He doesn't have a job at the Bugle, he has a job at Oscorp. I like that. It feels like a combination of what they did in Homecoming with the Stark internship, but also with what we saw in, like, you know, the Amazing Spider-Man film where Gwen Stacy had this sort of internship with Dr. Connors and Peter goes on the tour of Oscorp. I think it's like a nice blend of what we've seen in the past, but it still stands on its own and is original. I actually really like this interpretation of the character. This is Spider-Man. It feels like Spider-Man. I think there's a nice differentiation between Peter and Spidey. He seems to be a lot more confident when he's got the mask on, which I think is perfect. I like it. I really like what they're doing with the characters. A couple of days ago, Hudson Thames, who is voicing Peter, made a comment that sort of got my alarm bells ringing. He was saying that he was worried that this show was going to be too woke, which is just like, what does that mean? Like, firstly, anyone that uses the word woke unironically, it's just super cringy to me. Like, how are people not embarrassed to use the word woke? It just sounds so stupid. But what? Spider-Man is woke. Like, he always has been. Spider-Man's always been a very progressive character. And if anything, this show is more progressive than the average Spider-Man story. The supporting cast has been changed up. They are not the typical supporting cast of the comics. An incredibly diverse group of supporting cast. There's some race bending, there's some gender bending of like typically established characters. Norman and Harry are now African American. Dr. Connors is now a woman. To be clear, none of these changes are bad. I think it's great that they're doing this, that they're increasing diversity. Some of the supporting cast are Asian, and Nico's even told us that she's gay. So all these inclusions are what I would typically consider fall under that definition of woke. So it did worry me that he seems to be anti-woke, but also I'm very confused as to what he even means. What does he mean by woke? Because by almost every definition of the term, I think this show is incredibly woke, and I'm all the happier for it. So that was a little worrying, but I think maybe I'm hoping he was young and something came out wrong, and I don't really know. But I will say his performance in the show is great. He definitely is sort of going about it in like that Tom Holland route. It's very Tom Holland-esque, but I think he also still does enough to make the role his own, and I do think he's a very good Peter Parker in what we've seen so far. Yeah, I'm loving it. I like the style, the animation style actually grew on me a little bit more in the second episode. I was talking about how it bothered me that it was like cel-shaded 3D, but I didn't seem to notice as much in the second episode. I don't know whether the second episode they were able to improve on things. Like, I commented that I wasn't mad on how the webbing looked when he was webbing villains up in the first episode, but that seems to improve a lot in the second episode. So I don't know whether like they were still maybe finding their feet on that first episode and now they've locked it in, because the second episode looked a lot better and it was less distracting to me. Yeah, I really like it. I'm intrigued to see what their takes are on all these different characters. I want to see what other villains they get. Will Lonnie become Tombstone throughout this show? Will Dr. Connors become the Lizard? Will Norman or Harry become the Green Goblin? Who knows? I know Daredevil's going to be popping up at some point, so I'm very excited for this season ahead, and I can't wait to watch it with the rest of you. Alright, thanks for watching, everyone. If you've got any thoughts, what did you think of the episode? Let me know in the comments down below. Before you go, please can you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and ring that bell notification to be notified the next time we dive down the tube of Toons. And I think I'm going to carry on watching this show together. I think I'll do more of these react videos. I think it's a fun way to just talk about the show, and I get to say what I like, and you guys can tell me what you like. Like I said, leave it in the comments down below. I've had a really good time, so I think we'll do more of these. Alright, everyone, thanks for watching. Cheers. Alright, let's get started. Thanks for watching Tube of Toons. If you want more from the channel, hit subscribe. If you want to keep up to date with what's going on, follow us on our socials. Hope you liked it. Cheers.